Hello and welcome to another Minecraft Donut SMP video. And in this video we are going to discuss the cost of a beehive of this caliber, right? I got 4 sections, 34 beehives per section, 3 of them of honey bottles, 1 of honeycomb. So let's real quick describe how they are built. It is a comparator setup. A comparator, right, that reads the honey value that goes into a dispenser and dispenses bottles, and the bottles are dispensed into a 4-wide water trap. Yes, a 4-wide water trap. And I've learned that you can put water above ice if you use fence gates, right? So that when an item falls onto the ice, you don't lose that item. And to prevent items from falling onto the dirt block with the flowers, I simply put a fence 1 space out from the dispenser. Now, you may or may not get a honey caught onto the dirt block, but that is very rare and few and far between. So of course I've overpopulated 2 of my honey bottles, and while I'm still populating the newest water bottle section. So what I have been trying to do is to semi-automate the honey bottle production sides, right? Because the shears I don't have to worry about. You've put a couple shears in there, they last forever. But honey bottles, on the other hand, you have to put them back into the dispenser. So I've been looking up online on how to work minecarts. So I've learned that you can put a minecart chest, and if you set the minecart chest on top of hoppers, the hoppers fill with bottles, and then they dispense, and the hoppers fill the dispensers. So let's real quick give it a little go. There we go, there it goes. And then it goes back, yeah. And then I can turn it off by just hitting the lever there. And it will come to a complete stop, and then I can refill it with bottles. So, but this is why we're going to discuss the cost. I have 17 dispensers per side, filled with 64 bottles apiece, and even the hoppers take 5 slots of bottles. This is a lot of bottles. It's a lot of sand, it's a lot of charcoal. But instead of filling every dispenser, I can just fill the minecart chest, turn on the lever, and let it go to town. That's if I had every hopper full as well, because the hoppers need to be completely full as well. So, and that brings us to the cost of a beehive. So let's go to the numbers. Let's crunch some numbers. So the dispenser has 9 slots, and each slot can hold 64 bottles. That's 576 bottles, right? At 17 dispensers per side at 576 bottles, that's 9,792 bottles. There are 2 sides, so times that number by 2, and you have 19,584 bottles. Alright, 1 hopper can hold 5 slots at 64 a slot. That's 320 bottles. There are 34 hoppers in total, 17 per side, of course, times 320 bottles per hopper. That's another 10,880 bottles. Right? All right, so now we have our 19,584 plus 10,880 is equal to 30,464 bottles. 30,464 bottles divided by 64 a stack, that's 476 stacks of bottles. 476 stacks divided by 54 per chest, double chest, is about 8.814 double chests. That is a lot of glass bottles. So, for example, if you bought a glass bottle for $200 on Donut SMP, and you had to buy 30,464 bottles per section of the Beehive, that is roughly 6,092,800. Now, this is just the bottles, right? We have to throw in other considerations into each section. So there's redstone dust. If you didn't buy it, you're out farming it. String and sticks. I have bought all the strings, and then I have made all the sticks to make the bows, to make the dispensers. Not only that, shout out to the people that farm pink petals and sell them for 5K a stack. You are the ones making this happen. The logs themselves, they turn into charcoal. So of course, I have been able to buy a full shulker full of charcoal for about 900K to a million per shulker box, and that's actually a pretty good deal because I got tired of farming trees. All right, I have more important things to do, so I started spending money. And of course, the iron ingots get turned into hoppers, and of course, rails for the future minecart addition to auto load the bottles into the hoppers, right? To load the dispensers. Roughly bringing each section, if I added the minecart to each bottle section, it will bring the total roughly to around 10 million per section. If you bought everything off of the auction house, and this is providing you're not buying at inflated prices. For example, if you go to buy a glass bottle off the auction house, you are not going to get $200 per bottle at all. Nowhere close. There's no one selling bottles. You have to make them all yourself. So if you go to order glass bottle, you can see that people are buying at 142 each. This guy has been up there for a little bit of time and has zero filled. No one's going to fill him. This guy has been up there for quite a few, and people have only filled 439. These people are, I don't know. They're not going to get filled. That's for damn sure. So I have been buying sand off the auction house for 200 a stack. So if we go to order sand, we can see that the highest sand stack is 105.3, and you can see that their sand order has not been filled yet. So I decided to double that price at around 200 per block, and I buy about 3,456 at a time to craft into bottles and slowly just put it into my dispensers, making it much easier for me to just grab the bottles and not have to worry about refilling them right away and AFKing. So there we have it. There is the cost of a beehive of this what's the word? Of this stature. An automatic beehive of this stature costs about 10 million per side. I mean, That's if you farm a lot of the materials, right? I mean, if you're starting to buy hoppers, that it's going to get expensive real quick. And then today, for example, someone was complaining that I was selling honey blocks for 10K a piece while they were trying to sell them for 20K a piece, and it turns out that he was manually collecting all of his honey blocks into bottles.